Okay, welcome everybody. Well, David Silverman here in Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C. with Debbie Wetzler. We are Triple Diamonds in your upline, and we have this team call every Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we welcome you to it. We're recording this one. We're going to have a kind of neat congratulations for somebody that did something very, very special. A special guest is going to be coming on at the bottom of the hour. We are very happy that you're here. If you're new, we're going to have you introduce yourself in just a little bit, hopefully, because this is a chance where we all get together like the Brady Bunch and kind of meet everybody and get a better feel for the people that are involved. And we do this call, Debbie and I, for two reasons. One is to get together. People get on this call from all over, from North America, including US, Canada, Asia, and we can't physically get together that often. We do. We just did it at the convention, and there's Envision events coming up and so forth. But staying connected is really important in this business for many, many reasons. So one is just to get together. Two is to introduce the new people. So you're encouraged to invite your new people to kind of join the family, meet the family, and so they can get a good feel for this. And they're probably, if they're new, very often still in the stage of trying to figure out if this is something they want to put their time and effort into, if it's worth it, what kind of people are involved with this. Another reason we do it is to share some testimonials. We always share a product testimonial and we share a business testimonial. And people can relate to that. I mean, you hear some pretty amazing things like we do on the Charge Up call every day. But that we do it on this call also. We also do announcements of things that are going on. We have some big ones we're going to discuss today, some really, really big ones today. I want to make sure everybody's aware of what's going on. If you're an island and you don't tune into this, sometimes you don't know what's going on, and you can miss out on some really important things. We always have a training topic, something to do with how to share this with people in a specific way. Or we have a guest speaker do a little bit, and that's what we're going to have today. Debbie and I are not doing the training today. Terry Latham will be doing it. Terry Latham just went Ambassador Diamond. I think there are like 7 Ambassador Diamonds in the world. He and his wife Erin just went Ambassador. So he's going to come on. He's just an amazing trainer. That's why I wanted to record this. So as far as the training goes, why we do the training is this. If you're on this call, you're probably interested in more than just the health and anti-aging and athletic benefits. If you're on this call, you are probably interested in leveraging the knowledge of knowing about this breakthrough and capitalizing on it, monetizing it, for whatever your reasons are. You want to create either just extra money or probably would like to create passive income. Whether that's a couple $100s a month that just comes in every single month and you can count on it because you built a business, or if it's $1,000 a month, it's got $1,000 a week that's coming in, that's about $4,000 or $5,000 a month that's coming in residually, so you can count on it. Or you may want to do what Debbie and I have done or more, and really, really create something massive and make a real difference in the world. Well, that's why we have training, and that's why we direct people to the training videos and training sites and come on here and come to the Charge Up call, because people think because this product works, they see it work. They see it work for pain. They see it work for blood sugar problems. They see it for people that have had strokes. They've seen it for severe disease. They see it work for pain 9 out of 10 times, just putting the gel on 3 times in 5 minutes. They believe in the product, right? They know that it works. They know that it's patented. They know that we're very early. They know that we're like in Bill Gates' garage right now. Nobody knows that Windows is coming. No one knows that ASEA is coming. Very few people. So someone who wants to capitalize on it has all those things going for them: the product, the patents, the timing, the ethics of the people running the company. In January, there are going to be 4 big Envision events with corporate all over the country. Well, spread out: Washington D.C., Maryland, Dallas, Texas, Los Angeles, California, and Spokane, Washington, and corporate's going to be there. And when people come to corporate, or corporate comes to them, and they shake their hands and they look in their eyes and they're trying to get a feel for who are these people, is this just about money? They realize that the ethics and integrity is there. So all that's in place. We have all of it. But that does not mean that the dollars are just going to start floating down or end up in your bank account. Because number one, it takes work, effort, and energy to create a business. But this is a very unique business, and this is where the training comes in. This is not just about selling product. This is not just about recruiting people to sell product. That's not what we do. We make people aware of the breakthrough. We make people aware of the timing, the patents, all of that. We make them aware of the opportunity, right? But if you do that, you can just sell product, that's fine. But in this business, you're teaching people as you're educating them about this. You're making them aware of all of the product and the opportunity. But at the same time, you are modeling. You are modeling how they can duplicate it. If you sell cars, you don't have to train your customer to sell cars. You just have to sell cars, right? And that's a one-time sale. With this, if you educate people properly about this, then they can duplicate what you did. And those people can duplicate what they did. So it's very important to do this in a duplicable manner. And that's really where the training comes in, right? It's all about making a decision, right, that you're going to do this, figuring out the reason why you're going to build this business. And you're going to, part-time, you're going to commit to do this, hopefully for 3 years, so you can see significant income coming in. Significance different for different people, obviously. But you make a decision. You know your reason why. You make a list of everybody that you know, and then the rubber hits the road. You introduce it to people. You leverage some things, and this is where the duplication comes in. You leverage the power of the product. You leverage videos. You leverage three-way phone calls. You're leveraging things that anybody can leverage as well, and you follow up. This is the key. Invite, follow up. Invite, follow up. That's why we do this call. We don't want people to come in and be so excited about this product and start thinking, God, I'm finally going to get out of credit card debt. Or, oh my God, I'm going to have choices. I hate my job. I want to be out of it in 3 to 5 years. And they think that just because all those things are in place, money's going to fall like manna from heaven. It doesn't. And it's so difficult to watch people that are motivated, but they're not coachable. This call really is meant to address all of those things I discussed, okay? So having said that, I'm gonna turn the call over to Debbie Wetzler, Triple Diamond, my angel who introduced ASEA to me. We all feel that way about the people that introduced, because she's gonna do some, it's the 2 testimonials that we have on the call. And I have Pam Walentini for the business one. I know that you're gonna do the product one first, Debbie.
Wonderful. I hope everyone can see my wings. David doesn't always say them. So I have a wonderful product testimonial, and we have a wonderful business testimonial, thanks to Pam. And some of you perhaps heard Dr. Ed De Los Reyes on the Charge Up call last week, and I've had so many requests and so many people tell me what a great testimonial that was, because he truly had remarkable testimonial with himself, his mother, and his grandchild. So without further ado, Dr. Ed, and let us unmute you, or let David unmute you.
See if I can get him here.
Or he can unmute himself.
There, he's unmuted now.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, good. Yes, good evening. I'm Ed De Los Reyes, and my training is in I'm a physician, and my training was in pediatrics before I went to anesthesia and pain management. And I was introduced to ASEA about a year ago now. And I was introduced by my brother-in-law. And of course, out of respect, I just have to drink the product, which is what we call. And I did, of course, sign up as a preferred customer, because all of us kind of would refuse an auto ship, and immediately they would say that, oh, you can cancel that after a month, or even before the month. So I did try it. My condition at that time when I tried it, that's why they let me try it, is that I just had surgery, and I had severe spinal stenosis, and the procedure that I have was a fusion and a decompression from L3 down to S1. So I had rods and screws in there. I went to the best centers, and it was my specialty. I'm in pain management. I know where to go. And these guys would put football players back to play. Unfortunately, I was one of those that failed. And in every surgical procedures, there are failures, and medicine is never a guarantee to have 100% successful. And so I was failed, and I was told that I could not go back to work anymore. But on my own supervision, I went back to work because my intention was not that, and I really wanted to go back to work, and I know I could do it. So put me on pain medication. They put me in neuromodulants. They put me in anti-inflammatories, and I went back to work. I dropped 2/3 of my practice, being a pain management specialist, doing procedures, since that would require me from wearing a 20-pound lead to do procedures then, because my procedures were always done under X-ray. So I went back to just pure anesthesia and supervising CRNAs. But that still did not help me. And I continued to work, and gradually, after about 6 months post-surgery, I started using a walker just to get by and reach the hospital and work there. Once I reach the hospital, I just leave my walker in the locker room and would use the hospital bumpers, and I would hold onto that to be able to move from one place to another. So I was introduced to this ASEA, and I was just doing 2 ounces and 2 ounces, 2 ounces in the morning and 2 ounces at nighttime. And in 5 days' time, for the first time post surgery, and I was already about 13 months after surgery, and I was never had a good sleep for those number of months. The most sleep I could do would be an hour, and before that, my pain wakes me up, and I have to change position, and that was kind of my life for this period of time. After 5 days of ASEA, for the first time, I was able to sleep for more than 4 hours. It was already 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up, and I could not believe that I slept that long. And gradually, over days and weeks, I was able to have a good 8 hours sleep. Then gradually, too, I was able to take off my walker and go to work without my walker anymore. And the very guys that were surprised were my colleagues, and asking me, what did I do? Why am I walking better now? And of course, I could not explain this thing. I could not even scientifically explain it to my colleagues about what redox molecules is. So Debbie helped me out and hooked me up with Dr. Ward. And I called him, and I have a personal talk with him. Then later on, Amy also set me up with Gary Samuelson, and I tried to do these things, and all the explanations that they have was to bring me back on my medical student days, and that was in 1977 when I was in med school. And until now, I still could not fully understand the things that happened to me. So today, I'm just relaying to you the personal experiences that I have for myself, for my mom, and for my granddaughter. So for myself, my pain level got down, and I'm able to get off my walker, and I'm able to get off my medicine. And this is after attending convention. We were exposed to, we were at the factory, and they were giving out free drinks. And I was able to take 6 ounces only because I was a little bit shy. I said, well, that's too much already. Some people still have to drink this. But after drinking 6 ounces, I felt a big difference in just walking. So I was able to have less pain, but I still at that time could not tolerate a lot of walking. Onto that, walking to the factory and everything, I would need to sit down after how many yards. But this time I was able to go a much more longer period. So increasing it really matters. So after coming home from convention, of course, hearing my colleagues with Dr. Silverman in there that increasing increasing the dose makes a difference. So now I'm doing 4 and 4, and I'm able to do 50 laps with no struggle, and I'm able to do 60 laps even in swimming, which is the only exercise I could. And I feel comfortable with that. I'm able to tolerate shopping with my wife. We haven't been back yet walking around the neighborhood.
You got well. Hold on a second. You got to teach me because I want to be able to tolerate shopping with my wife.
Hey, Dave, I'm old enough to do the right thing. Okay.
And that's really amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
That's incredible, Ed. In the essence of time, we're going to take your amazing testimonial that you had yourself, because fixing backs is not easy, and we really thank you and appreciate it, and we thank you for trying to understand what this is all about. And as I've teased Ed, when you find out how it works, you can let me and a whole bunch of other people know. Now we're going to go to Pam Walentini for the business testimonial.
Hey, everybody. So a little bit about me. I was a public school teacher, and I turned into a professor. Don't hold it against me. I've been in education for 30 years. After chronic hurting and low energy and leaky urine and a lung issue, I decided to give ASEA a try in May of this year. At that time, I was knee deep in my own research because I fell and bumped my head and decided to go back and earn my doctoral degree. And so on a three-way call, unbeknownst to me at the time that I would be holding them myself, I asked the two people on the call, I wanted the cheapest. Do I have to do anything? Do I have a quota? And will anyone bug me? And they said no to all of those questions. And they set it up so I would get it the cheapest. And that is the extent of what I knew about the business. In fact, I didn't even know it was a business. After I had these profound results fairly quickly, some within a week, some within a month, the lung issue in roughly 4 months, I couldn't shut up about it. So after I defended my research for earning my doctoral degree, I decided I'd go about telling people that I knew. Well, long story short, the neighbor next door was having some issues. So we're on a walk, and I tell her about it, and she says to me, it's an MLM. And I know, don't hold it against me. I'm a doctoral researcher, but I had no idea what an MLM was. I said, what's that? And she says, oh, do you know about 31 bags? I said, yes, I bought 2. She goes, well, you helped that person. I said, well, fantastic. I'm glad I did. She was an adjunct faculty member, and she had kids. Well, clearly my neighbor was very turned off about this, and I thought I better go back and do some research because I better know more about what I was doing. So it was at that time that I started digging into my back office, and I took the trainings in base camp. And if you haven't done that, I recommend that you do it. And one of the things that stuck with me the most was the book that Tyler talks about called The 3 Questions. I didn't know how much that would stay with me until what I'm doing recently. So what I do, because I am a full-time professor and now a network marketing professional, I tell people every day about the business opportunity and about the product. I call people every day. I email people every day. I started being an expert on 3-way calls because David must have fallen and bumped his head and said I was ready. And to my extreme excitement, I've done well, and there's a group of folks in Texas who are moving forward. I learned something new every day about this profession. And I literally, if I end up lost or at a shopping center or I'm not supposed to be there, I look around and I say, there must be a reason I'm here. And in those instances, instead of getting upset, I have met some of the most interesting people, including chiropractors and the like. And I take that opportunity to share with them about the product. Now, here's what's interesting. I listened to Sue, and Sue said that we need to believe, and that if we can help our team believe, that people who believe don't quit. And I haven't quit because I believe. And even on those days where I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, I pretend to believe. And it's in that pretending that makes me continue to do the work. And so I'll finish with this one story, because through Debbie and David and all the people, including Tyler, which the founder, he may not even be aware of it, but because the mission is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world, all of a sudden, this confidence, clarity, and conviction and the training has come to pass. And so last week, I probably had the most significant week for bringing people the message. Significant, important people who have the potential to influence lives on such a grand scale that it's at that point last week that I began to say, holy shit. Now, this one thing happened last week, and I'll end with this. I decided after a doctor's appointment with a family member that I would let her go into the office, and I would literally walk back and bounce into the doctor's private office. And it was in that moment that I thought, wow, I'm getting this. I'm really getting this. And I stayed in there for probably less than 3 minutes, and that gentleman heard me, though. And that's because my why. And if you haven't written a why and you're not sure what your why is, I highly encourage all of you to do it. I'm very clear about my why. I want to grow both personally and professionally by integrating health, science, and education for the greater good. And this is the opportunity that allows us all to do that. So I want to thank all of you because I learned so much from each of you.
Wow, I got to tell you that you blew me away, Pam. And I asked Pam to be the business testimonial tonight because I've been talking to her a lot lately, and she's one of those people that really didn't know what the heck was going on, what this was about at all. But we say you have to have two qualities. You know, you have to be motivated and you have to be coachable. And she is coachable, and she's made mistakes, but she doesn't keep making the same ones. She makes corrections. And she's gotten to the point where she's calling people that were on her chicken list that she was scared to call. She wasn't sure what to do. And she's like, the heck with it. I'm calling them. I mean, you know, I wish I had a professor like you. You're pretty cool.
Thanks.
So,
soon I might not be a professor.
Well, those days are numbered, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pam, thank you so much.
Pam, thank you. You're so well spoken also. I guess that's part of being a professor. Anyway, and I love the fact that she's always smiling big on this phone call because I always look at her face because she's always smiling so great. Anyway, I very quickly before Terry comes on would like to just...
One second. Let me just tell you something. I called Terry. He's going to come on at 8:40. Okay, so we've got time because I know that you wanted to go through some of this stuff, which is really important, right? Was that the next thing you were going to do?
Recognition, yes.
Yep, I got it up on there just to keep you. Okay. Do you have it in front of you, or do you need it?
I had brought it up, but that's fine.
Okay.
You guys are doing fantastically, is all I can say. I mean, there's been so many. I've had other triples send back, wow, you guys are really moving and all this kind of stuff. So it's been incredible. So I'd like to congratulate Lynn Laverty, our new director, Marion Holt, Mary Fleur Provost, Roxanne Cello, and William Anthony Furchak, all new directors this week. Hyla Cohen, Robin McCulley, Vanette Keast, and she's a naturopath doctor. Doug Bakeman, Pamela Landino, Pontus Johansson, Marina Prybill, Stephen Tung, Erica Fier, Bonnie Chang, Elizabeth Hicks, Justin Hahn, and Elena Ton, all on new Director 300s this week. Ron Laverty, under Beverly Trapnell, Elizabeth Hugh, Emerline Lee, Wayne Bosdell, Lawrence Lee, and Indira Garnvik, all on new Director 700s. And very excitingly, A. May Wong, a new bronze executive who signed up a week ago. She blew me away. I just met her this last Saturday. Rhoda McChristie, our own Rhoda McChristie from Charlottesville, Virginia, new silver executive this week. And Melody Lynn, who just went silver last week, new gold executive this week. You guys are crushing it, so I can't tell you more congratulations. Huge congratulations to all of you. We're so very excited. This is just getting started, guys, and that's why I put out the email that I did today. Please, please, please You guys are doing such a fantastic job. You're all getting so good at doing three-ways and everything. We're all getting so busy. Please reach out to each other, and we will be talking about this a little bit later, but we'd love to connect some of you guys and let you keep using each other for three-ways, because it's amazing what's happening, and you're all going to need to be experts, and that's how you get there, is by practicing. But most of the people on here are great leaders and already know what to say, so it's been wonderful to watch you all grow so much this time. It's really going there, and I guess the new study really did help.
Well, we got some real momentum going on. Congratulations, everybody.
Yes, congratulations.
Things are, and people like that come in and move really quickly. It takes a little while to stabilize your business, but to go bronze in the first week, this is the kind of things we're going to see happen. And I didn't do that. You probably didn't do it, but there are people that are going to come in that are going to do this, and it's going to happen a lot in Asia, a lot. And so we always tell you on this call, if you say, well, I don't have, they're opening in Singapore, I don't know anybody there, that doesn't affect me. The attitude should be, let me find some people that are Asian descent around where I live, because they know other people that are Asian in the area. They know other people that are Asian over there, and that's how you develop a business. And that's what's happened with me. I didn't know anybody in Asia, but we have some amazing people in Asia, and it is going to explode. You watch what happens. You watch what happens. I mean, people are going bronze. And you're going to see people going diamond in a matter of 4 months. That's what's going to happen. Double diamond, triple diamond ambassador. It's going to happen fast. So and I have to tell you, if you look at somebody going bronze in a week and say, gosh, I wish I could do that. Look, if you go director 300 in your first week or second week or third week, that's fantastic. Denny Robinson, who's the number two earner in the company, says, and this is, I know that she didn't come up with this, but it is very, very true. Comparison is the thief of all joy, right? You have to be proud of what you've accomplished, and we all do, right? And everybody's going to do different paces, but we are so far ahead of the masses, they don't even know it's coming. We're all going to be at the top when it becomes just mainstream. So wanted to mention that. Now, a couple things we want to go through before we have Terry Latham come on is I want to show you all how to get free product, okay? There are two ways to get free product. One is really easy. And I'll show you in a minute. You just take your credit card out and order, you can get free product. But I'm going to show you how you don't have to spend a dime to get free product, right? And because both of these ways are great, especially with the holidays. One is the Fast Forward program, okay? Now, this has been extended to March 31st of 2018, and I'm going to explain it for new people, because the Fast Forward program, you have to opt in. You go in your back office and you say start. And what Debbie and I want to see happen, hopefully, if you're not in the middle of doing one now, that starting tomorrow, so that gives you 14 total days. If you started today, you only do it if you're enrolling somebody today, but start tomorrow, because in 14 days, if you do this, if you enroll at least 4 customers and or associates, and the enrollment orders total 800 points, then you win something. You win 25 free samples, which is about $125 worth of product, and you get 100 loyalty points. That's another $100 or $130 worth of products, because you can cash that in for a case of the SIA or a 4-pack of Renew. This is pretty amazing what they've done here. If you enroll 4 people and the total is 700, you don't lose. Just go enroll another person with another. It has to be a minimum 4 enrollments and a minimum 800 points. Win this, right? You get free product. And let me tell you, this is not some magical thing. This is just doing the business. If someone has a reason for doing this business, like Pam, like me, like Ed, like Debbie, like a lot of the people on this call, if you're doing this business, you should do this anyway. But if you do it with a little bit of a ticker going on, it's like, hey, I turn it on tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 21st. You got 14 business days to get it done. It gives you a little sense of urgency, right? And what do you get for it? You're not just getting free product. You got 4 people on product in AutoShip, right? You could have a really good business builder or someone that leads you to a good business builder. So what you should do is you can do it one every 2 weeks. Do it. If you don't make it, and you enroll 2 people, great. That's 2 more than you would have anyway. But once you can click it again, do it again. Always be doing fast forwards. That's really, really the key, is always be doing fast forward. Sorry, my camera fell off there. Okay, the other way to get free product. Okay, now this is a kind of a neat thing that they just started. For the people that are not aware of this, check this out. Any associate, anywhere. Now it should kick in for the rest of the world this week, but right now it's the US, and it may have kicked in today. If someone knows, let me know. But if you go to your back office, this is not auto ship orders. This is, if you're an associate, you log in and you go to on demand or place an order, right? And you'll see an option that says promotionals, and you click promotionals, and you're going to get a choice. You can order, look at this, order 3 cases of ASEA and get 1 for free, or order 2 cases of Renew 28, which is 4 in each, and get 1 for free, or order 2 skincare, advanced skincare systems and get 1 for free. Now, they're giving you free product, but they're also giving free shipping. Look at this, free shipping on the free case. This is, they've never done this before. Debbie and I are kind of shocked that they even did this. They know that the boom is coming in January. January is when the 4 Envision events take place. January is when there are big events taking place in Asia with Justin Wilson and Carl Anderson. They are getting ready. They want to have people have as much product on as many people to give as many experiences as possible, knowing that we're going to see people over Thanksgiving, over the holidays. So this is available to anybody. There is a limit. You are limited per distributorship, 6 free cases. So if you went in and you ordered, say you wanted all ASEA, and you ordered this time 6 times, then you're going to get 6 free cases, but that's your limit. You can't order anything else during this promotion, which ends December 31st, right? But if you have a child that signed up or something, you certainly can do that, or someone else that you want to order it through, you can do it. My recommendation is to get a lot of Renew. It can take 1 bottle to 20 bottles to make a believer out of 1 person with ASEA. And by the way, if you're in a situation where you'd like to double the amount you're taking because you're not getting the results you want at 4 ounces a day, then it's fantastic to do this, right? But having the gel on hand, you can make a believer out of 40 people with 1 tube of gel. And we did a presentation, Pam put it together with her doc, Alicia, a chiropractor on the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and everybody had a result. And the 1 person that didn't have a result, I said, here, do it again. You put it on 3 times in 5 minutes, it didn't work, do it again, and it worked. So I just wanted to mention this to you, and we'll answer questions at the end if there are any. Debbie, do you want to add anything to what I've said here?
Only that there is a limit of 6 per person, basically. 6 free cases per person is what they told us, and on the Diamond Call. But you can use it to add to any stock for, I always have at least 2 extra cases around in case somebody wants to get started right away. And then when they order theirs, or as they order theirs, I get the case back from them. But I always give it to them to get them started because they're usually very excited. And as David said, these are perfect holiday gifts. That's one of the reasons the promotion was for. If you give somebody a tube of Renew, my daughter just gave, some man had tripped on his cat and fell down the stairs. And his face looked like he'd been beat up by all kinds of thugs. And literally, he took pictures before and after every morning and night. He cannot believe what this product did in 3 days' time. He was so excited. I just talked to him right before the call. All it takes is you gifting a tube to somebody sometimes to really get them to notice what this product can do, because it works so quickly, especially the Renew 28 or the serum. And the skincare kit is a beautiful gift for somebody who might be somebody more dear to you, since that would be a more expensive gift. But so just use your imagination and get extra while they have you being able to get free product. It's amazing. And it is in the back office already. It was in the back office on Friday.
Yep. And 2 things about that. If you give somebody something and they don't know the value of it, a gift, a lot of times it'll just sit. My recommendation is if you're with people, you have an open tube with you all the time. You have an open tube with you. Because when you go to gift somebody something and they're sitting around and they open it up and they, what is this? If you're with them when they're opening it at a party or something, ask them to open it, but demonstrate it. Say, you save yours, but let me show you what this stuff does. This is a miracle. Do you have anything in your body that hurts you? You can save yours because you're gonna be really excited. You got a full tube. You're promoting it, right? And you give them in the experience while you're there. Boy, they'll be so excited to put it on. They'll be telling people. If you just give it to them and they look at it and they look it up online and say, "Oh, that's nice," they just put it on the shelf, and you could have wasted your time because they just don't have any value on it. I mentioned that. The other thing that Debbie pointed out in her email today was really important. If you're ordering this product, do not put it at well, the best thing to do is to find somebody in your downline at the bottom of a leg, okay, and the leg that have the least amount of volume, and put the order under someone else's ID number. So because the volume goes up the tree and you'll get a rebate on it. You're going to get a further rebate on that product. So if you do the buy 3, get 1 free, that's 300 points that's going in. And if it goes to the bottom of your lesser leg, you're going to make $30 back on that in team commissions. So if anybody has questions about that, ask. Don't put the order under your ID number. Look at your tree, right? In your back office, get help from your upline. See who's down towards the bottom of that leg, and just get that ID number. And can you call to place the order, Debbie, or does it have to be online?
No, you can call the place, and I asked associate to support that specifically today.
Okay.
And you can put it underneath somebody. I asked them that before I even put it out. And this is not an enrollment pack. You have to be an associate to get this, to buy this, okay? This has nothing to do with enrollment packs. I just want to clarify that very quickly. So they still need to enroll, get their special enrollment packs, whatever they want to order, and then they're allowed, and you can tell them this because, you know, of extra product, we wanted to give a holiday promotion. So anyway, so Terry's probably here at this point, but.
I just texted him to see. Okay, he says whenever, so hold on. 301, 802. Told him already, but.
Where's the best place to order these things from?
In your shopping cart. Just go to place a new order.
As far as in your tree.
Harry is
well, I mean, depending on them, if you're trying to help somebody go direct to 300 or 700, you can order it under them. I mean, there's a whole bunch of strategies you can do. You have to look at your tree and see who needs it.
Debbie, we got Terry on, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce him, okay? Terry, are you there? I don't see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Where are you, man? There you are. All right, so let me do a little introduction, all right? Everybody, Terry Latham. I've known Terry Debbie and I have known him for many years, and he is an incredible, incredible leader. He's cross-lined to us. We work together a lot. We help each other. He is a triple diamond in Texas, and I'm really excited to introduce him as a brand new Ambassador Diamond because I'm going to share my screen here, and you're going to see how thin this air is here, okay? So here are the diamonds on the IMSC site. Here are the double diamonds. Here's the triple diamonds. There's like a little bit of a log jam right there. You can see Debbie and I, because you know why? Because look at Ambassador Diamond. There were 4, right? There were 5. Danny Doyle just bumped up to double. But you're going to see Terry and Aaron's picture here next week because they just went Ambassador Diamond on Friday. And I'm going to unmute everybody to just give you a congratulations for a minute. Hold on. There you go.
Congratulations. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
All right, I'm gonna mute everybody back up. Terry, unmute yourself again. But congratulations, buddy. Great job.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
So thanks for jumping on. I know you got a lot of people pulling at you because of this, but you're one of those people that we had a business testimonial just now with someone in our group, Pam Walentini, that has the same attitude you do. It's just like, let's get after it. I'm talking to everybody. And she even said, if I find myself lost somewhere, I don't get upset. I just say, well, God put me here. There's somebody I got to talk to. And she just talks to everybody. And she's identifying leaders, and she's working with the people that want to move. So what do you, first of all, just share your background so people know that haven't heard you on the Charge Up call possibly about yourself, and what made you just dig your heels in and just do this thing?
My background before network marketing, I was in software. I was a software sales guy. Made good money there. Just the more money we made, the less time we had. Been approached as network marketing several times before making the jump into it. And I've been in network marketing for 17 years. I think it's something like that. And what always kept me away from the network marketing was the way people talked about it. Like it was a pipe dream that they'd do all the work and, or they would lie to me and then come to my house and draw circles. So when my dad approached me at the network marketing company, that appealed to me. First, my dad, with his successful business background, was one thing. But second, he'd never heard of network marketing, which really appealed to me. The funny thing is I've never shared this with anybody. He actually approached me at Amway the first time when he called me. I said, Dad, is this Amway? And he got real quiet. He couldn't believe I heard about it before. I'm like, Dad, you're the only person on the planet ever heard of that company. So y'all can imagine when about 4 weeks later, he called me with a different company in wellness. But I decided to join that company. Nothing happened fast, guys. Nothing really. It didn't. Not for me. It's always funny when people don't know. The only time they know you or get to know you is when you start to make something. They don't know all the stuff before. And but we ended up having success in that company. We were with a previous company for 12 years, been part of ASEA for 5 years, and it's just been a fantastic ride. The reason we came here is, we looked at it differently. I didn't come to see if the product worked. It had to work. Because we're dealing with something called redox. I didn't know what that was. It was salt water for Salt Lake City. And people were getting massive experiences. But what caught me is the fact people were making a lot of money. People refer to that as being shallow, but I got to tell you guys, when you look at business, if you start to dig into ASEA for what it is and where we are, I'm telling you guys, you would almost not be able to sleep at night. Just to think about the lives that can be changed with a product, but where you are and where you can leave a legacy for multiple generations for yourself. And that was the decision made behind closed doors with Burgess Norton. So that's why I'm here.
So, Terry, you've got a sense of urgency. You've been involved for 17 years in network marketing. Did you ever have this level of success in the other companies you were with?
No. I was with one company, and I didn't know what I didn't know. I was pretty amazed why nobody from other companies could see what we saw until I left that company, looked back and said, damn, that was stupid. And sorry, guys, if some of y'all know my background, the company I came with, but it was, it's a breath of fresh air. It's funny, David, when I came here, I remember we just had the liquid, and the only thing I knew is it was salt water, 32 ounce before a case came of 4. It was salt water in a bottle called redox signaling molecules. People getting amazing results, and it helped rebuild and replace damaged cells. And my question was, would it help X, Y, Z? And they said, does that question deal with cells? I'm like, okay, I'm in. Let's roll. And the biggest pack we could order back there was 8 cases. I ordered this stuff, and I remember thinking to myself, how am I going to hide all these cases from my wife? And I remember thinking also, what do you do? Do you just loan this stuff out? Do you give it out, guys? Because I didn't know. I came from a company with 100 different products, and I came here. I had no idea. But you know what we knew? We knew we had our hands on something. Something. Guys, my kid, I always said I had 3 young, beautiful kids, not because myself, because my wife, and now they're getting older, and they actually starting to stink, my older son. But he's 15, and my baby girl's 12, and I got this young son that's 9. I got to tell you guys, for me, I saw an opportunity where they never would ever have to worry, ever, period. And that's what, I was excited to be excited again.
So, you kind of cut your teeth. You were in another company. 2 things I want to bring up if you can and one is, your success didn't just come. You were coachable, and Pam was just mentioning how she's just devouring books on this. And she said, I'm a professor. She's a college professor, but she's a professional network marketer. She made a decision. And reading books like this and the 3 questions and getting better and better, there's a learning curve here. You come in, the enemy of success is perfection. If you think you're going to be perfect, then you just freeze. You got to take action. What can you say about just getting started and being coachable, not reinventing the wheel, but don't put too much pressure on yourself to be perfect. Do you have to be perfect at the beginning?
Man, I'd still be broke if that was the case. I got to tell you, sometimes I'd have to bring to a Super Saturday or something a whole box of stuff of what I used to do. I got to tell you something, guys. I joined a team in my first rodeo in network marketing. I was around a bunch of people that kind of, and this is, I think it's pretty important for everybody to understand. People see what you do. They don't hear what you say. You gotta understand what I just said. They see what you do. They do not hear what you say. So if you want them to make calls and get in front of people, do all this kind of stuff, you better damn well be doing the same thing. Because when I joined the company I was with before, I walked into a place where people had things stuck on their head and everything else, and they wanted to have these what they call co-ops and yada yada yada. And I'm like, guys, I joined network marketing for one thing, and that was to win. And and what I knew back then when I first started, that what I lacked in skill, I could make up in numbers. And so if I was willing to screw up to make up, right? So I mean, and so when I came, and the thing is, you always got to find what David's talking about, a mentor, somebody you can latch on to your upline, and especially somebody who wants to be someone where you'd like to be, and you're willing to pay that kind of price. If sometimes I do see a fatal flaw with certain people that, people tend to flock around with people that make them feel better sometimes. And let's say they don't tell you what you need to hear. They tell you what you want to hear. And guys, I got to tell you, in this world of entrepreneurship, I'm just going to say, in the world of entrepreneurship, it can be a fatal flaw and you don't know it's happening. It's kind of, guys, we're coming into Thanksgiving break. I love it when I hear people say, oh, this is when people slow down. Well, that's your choice. Guys, that's your choice. You can't be a dictator to your organization, but you can lead from the front. When it comes to Christmas break, people say people slow down. And I tend to say, well, people look for tax advantages and they look for Christmas gifts at the same time. But people will follow what you do. They'll hear maybe half what you say. But I'm telling you guys, what David's talking about, you have to latch on to a mentor. You have to latch on to somebody is doing or has done what you want to achieve, and follow their steps. I'm telling you, for me and my upline, anytime I come up with an idea or something I want to do, I'm telling you guys, I do not do nothing until I run it by my upline. And it still today. And it's not like I'm not a self-thinker, but what Dr. Silverman is talking about it's absolutely fact. If I look at my upline and I'll go Jerry White and then to Denny Robinson, I always run it by Denny. But if I color outside the line too much, it gets scattered. Does that make sense? It's kind of like you can turn a light and it illuminates the whole room, and that one light you can put laser beam focus and cut through things, guys. And the organization as a whole has to be laser beam focused. So, and I don't want to get on a tangent, but yeah, you're absolutely right, guys. You have to follow and be coachable and teachable in this. Because if you're not, it's a slow death. And you start to beat yourself up.
Yeah.
And one other thing I'll share real quick, call your upline every day, and not just to breathe in the phone. To almost, I call my upline just about every day. And it's almost to hear somebody that's in the battle together. I hope that makes sense. I know if I call my upline, they're in the battle with me. I'm not going to call an upline that's just sitting at home depressed because they can't get their business going. I'm calling my upline that's in the field of battle with me, because you can kind of talk about your battle scars together. I hope that makes sense. Or because I got to tell you guys that the greatest thing from this business, the greatest thing that you will get from this is what you become in the process. And I'm telling you, that one piece is easy to say, but it's really hard to do.
Terry, thank you. I talk too much. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to let Debbie. She's probably dying to ask you something. Debbie.
I always love listening to Terry because he always, I loved his perspective from when he first started when he was in his early 20s and didn't have a really big sphere of influence at the time. And he's really been a self-made man, and we've all learned that way. And so to listen to his background and stuff, and anyway, Terry, I don't think I really do have anything to ask you as far as, unless there's something you want to say going into the holiday season. Tammy, that's when Chuck and Tammy Gates got in, December 23rd. And, I've always, that's what I'm telling my daughter right now. I said, listen, this is one of the best times to get people. They're home, they're thinking about health and the holiday season. Everybody's eating too much sugar, everything else. ASEA can help you with all that, and just go for it. So anyway, is there anything you do more at the holidays or anything else? Because that is a great time.
What greater gift to give somebody than the gift of hope? You guys can chew on that for a while. And a lot of times and think about this. Y'all don't have to answer this but if you find yourself thinking, oh, they don't need it, you need to slap yourself on the hand, because you just don't know. Give those people the gift of the opportunity to tell you no. Guys, y'all think about that for a second. That's actually a gift you give those people, a chance. I know for a fact there's somebody, if not multiple people on this Zoom tonight that wishes they'd have heard about this 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 years earlier. Mm-hmm. Because some of it's close to them that they lost because of who the product could have saved. Now think about that for a second, guys. So when I say we give them the gift or the gift to say no, that's their choice. But let's not make the choice for those people. Guys, I was in a company for 12 years, and I'm not here to bash that company. It's not. I learned a lot. I did. I actually learned a lot, and it was tough. But that was actually a gift. And guys, life's a choice for how you look at stuff and how you take things. And here's another thing. When I do know this, I always follow up. I got people who have been in my pipeline for up to 7 years. I've got people before I was a part of ASEA. And, it's funny, and some of y'all know the name Leland Duck, and people say, well, what did you say to get Leland? I said, boy, oh, God, wrong question. He'd have been my friend anyway. Y'all got to understand something. Your success is determined by the person in the mirror, and that's it. Alan Noble and I are talking through some things. I hope you guys had a chance to look at some of his new AmazingMoleculesTraining.com, but I'm going through stuff. And Alan said, man, Alan, we need this. We need to do this. And we were talking back and forth. And David, you and Wetzler could think about this for a second. But I had to do that once. But how many people have we actually trained to success? Now, think about it. How many people have we actually trained to success? Now, here's the good thing, guys. It's in you or it's not. I don't mean to. What I'm saying is, it doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean that, and which means it's in everybody, but it's also in. There's no secret sauce. Mm-hmm. Guys, there are people coming off an Eric Worre function right now, and everybody's talking about Eric Worre, this, that, and the other. I'm going to tell you something, guys. You can go to one of those functions and read the books and still be broke, or still be stuck, unless you put it into action. Mm-hmm. And what I've learned in this business, it's street smarts. I hope that makes sense. I always laugh and we have fun, and I say I have a Southern accent with Yankee speed. You put it together, it's called mumble mouth. And David said it the best a second ago, guys. If you're not willing to take your battle scars, and guys, I'm telling you, they're not that bad. And find yourself a mentor you can call and tell them about the people who told you no. And guys, laugh about it. Guys, if we had all the time, I could tell you stories you would say, no way. I said, yeah, way. Yeah, way. There are some really store. Oh God, I'm just glad my kids didn't see half the. You know, maybe they'd learn a lot, because I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This road that's been paved, laying tars. Have you ever laid tar out there? I've seen people laying tar.
Seen it.
Yeah, I haven't done it either, man. I got to tell you, I can almost relate to a certain. Sometimes, when I first started this business, I think that might have been easier.
Hey, look, it's being pioneers. That's what we are. Let me show you something, because I know you got stuff going in the Philippines. So I've got a guy who is very excited. He just sent me this picture. Can you see that picture? That's it. That's in Quezon City. That's our office. And if you look, they're putting up the sign. There's a couple guys up on the sign. Yeah, baby, we're in the Philippines. How do you like that, right? 2 years ago, who would have thought?
Hey, guys, as you plant the seeds, people, just know this. Love people for where they are. Have a sense of urgency in your own self, because that's what's going to attract people. Nobody's going to set you free. There's no free lunch. But this is a fact. People will take this company to their graves. And what I mean by that, let me define what I mean. You're either going to – it's not going anywhere. Except up. For the first time ever, have I ever heard of a company that's ahead of science. And the only thing we have to do is be willing to learn and grow. And because, guys, this company is coming. I've got a guy, and I'll stop, David, but I got a guy who's a DO. He's in Texas, and he actually more than a DO. He's got all this background. And he actually he just joined us. And he heard about ASEA 3 years prior at a conference where Dr. Pompa, Dr. McCullough, and a few other doctors are there that some of you guys will know. But it's one of these big conferences. And this person came up to me and said, let's go to this room upstairs. And what's going on is this company called ASEA. It's network marketing. The guy says, salt water. You got to be kidding me. But you know what caught his attention? Now, that was 3 years ago, guys. 3 years ago. The fact that he went to a conference here, I think it was, say, 3 to 6 months ago, and Dr. Pompa and Dr. McCullough, and then another doc, can't think of his name off the top of my head, for the first time ever, none of these doctors talk about their own products on stage. Every single one of them talked about ASEA on stage.
Baby.
Every one of them. Guys, I'm just telling you, you're at the right place at the right time. That gives me goosebumps.
Brother, thank you so much, man. You give me goosebumps. With Debbie and I really appreciate you being here, and congratulations to you and Aaron. And
that's wonderful, Terry.
And hey, we're nipping at your heels, brother. Debbie's pretty close. I am, and we're going to see you on the. We're going to be on that ambassador extension with you in Ireland.
I know.
And we're going to bring a lot of these people on the call with us to Ireland on the diamond trip. So we appreciate you, Terry, very much.
Guys,
Latham, we're going to be across the hall from you. You're in real big trouble.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Hey, guys, just embrace the struggle. Through the struggle, you become strong. But thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks buddy.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Terry. Guys, real quick, I want to share one thing, and then we got to introduce a few new people here. He referred to something, the Amazing Molecules training site, amazingmoleculestraining.com. Alan Noble's in our upline. He sponsored Trish Winkler, actually. And this is a great new video that's here. Take a look at this. Make use of this site. This is really, really, really good information. Tools to use, scripts, phrases, but watch this commit to watch this 28-minute video either tonight or tomorrow morning. Lie in bed with your iPad and put your earphones on and listen to this. These are all things that are going to get you better and better at doing this, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing. Debbie, you want to do welcome aboard? These got to be real quick because we're already at 9 o'clock.
All right, but we do want to get the new people on. So I'd like to have anybody that has somebody new, or if you are somebody new without your sponsor on, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Does somebody have somebody new on? You can also type in.
You got to go to the bottom left to unmute yourself. while they're doing that, I got to hold this up again. This is really, really cool. I mean, that is
Can
the.
you send me that, David? I've got some leaders over there meeting in Kazan City right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie.
Yes.
Hey, it's Mike Weiner. How are you and David?
We're wonderful.
Good, buddy.
Awesome. Great call tonight. I don't know if Jane is still on. I had Jane Tubin on. David and I did a three-way call.
I don't see her, Mike. I don't see her on.
Yeah, I think she may have just stepped off. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, get her on next week.
I'll get her on for next Monday.
Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you.
By the way, there's no expert in the house diamond call this Thursday because of Thanksgiving, everybody. But tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, Dr. Marty Morin's doing the webinar on this number. And I am doing the one for Asia at 8 a.m. Eastern on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, 8 a.m. Thursday. I am doing that for Asia. I don't know, Debbie, you're not going to do the one in the afternoon. Is there anything else that we need to talk about as far as events taking place this week?
No, I don't think so. I think, and there's no charge-up call on Thursday either. There is one on Friday.
Okay.
So it's just a quick postpone. I did already post that in Dream Struggle Victory. I just said Happy Thanksgiving. The week after will be the Gates. They will be stepping up to do the Diamond on Call. Okay.
Yep, I'm putting in the. Somebody asked for the website.
Is Valerie on? Valerie Vaughn.
I don't see a Valerie.
No, she's not on, Deb. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
I just typed in amazingmolecules.com, amazingmoleculestraining.com. So I sent it to Debbie. Pam did it. That's where this is, guys. Please go watch this. Watch this video, Fast Start Training. It's 28 minutes. If you watch it twice, take notes the second time, and then watch it a third time. It's excellent.
And on amazingmolecules.com, Discover ASEA is a great 20-minute overview of everything. The new study, the liquid, the gel, the face care, and part of the business. So literally in 20 minutes, he's done a great job of going over pretty much everything.
So what Debbie said, this is amazingmolecules.com, not Amazing Molecules Training. Amazingmolecules.com is for prospects. The Amazing Molecules Training is not, but this is what she's talking about right here. It's 23 minutes, very, very good overview. And I did, I'm just going to paste it in. Oh, no, I can't. Never mind. I recorded.
And David, when this stops recording, please just send it to me and I'll send it out to everybody.
Okay. In fact, I'm going to stop it right now. Okay. So let me stop it.
Right. Good idea.
And see if there's any.
Because then it'll be